Welcome to Exotics Racing. My name is Mike, and this here is the stunningly beautiful Ferrari 458 Italia. Now this Ferrari was designed by the world famous Pininfarina, and it replaces the Ferrari 430 in their car lineup. Back here, mid-engine rear wheel design. It's got a small V8, and by small, I mean 4.5 liters, but don't let that fool you. This car still produces 560 horsepower. Goes 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds. Best part about this car is it revs all the way to 9,000 RPM. You may notice the beautiful styling, but it's also very aerodynamic. Now, everything about this car is designed to control the airflow as you're going down the racetrack. So up here, now these whiskers up front here, they're actually designed to deflect the faster you go, redirecting the air underneath the body to create over 300 pounds of downforce at 125 miles per hour. The brakes on this car are massive, designed to slow this thing down at a very, very high rate of speed, just as fast as it accelerates through your corners. Now let's see what this thing looks like inside, and then take it around our Las Vegas racetrack. All right, here we are inside the Italia 458. Now the interior of this car, just like the outside, a lot of flowing movements as you see in this interior. Now, very much an aerodynamic design like the outside. Of course, there's no air rushing through the interior, but the design characteristics definitely carry over from the exterior of the car. Now, the steering wheel in this thing, that is the centerpiece. There are a lot of things on the steering wheel. Everything is controlled by the steering wheel, whether it be your horn buttons, your paddle shifters, your turn signals, your headlights, your windshield wipers, your comfort suspension, where to start the engine, and 5 different levels of traction control. Everything is right there at your fingertips. That's exactly why they did that. So the less you have to remove your hand from the wheel, the more you can keep control over your car if you're out there driving spirited like we're about to do on our racetrack. Now, dead center in the dash, a nice tachometer, easy to read all the way up to 9,000 RPMs on both sides of that. 2 screens that you can change to view different things. Anything from your speed to navigation to engine temps, whatever the case may be. Everything inside this car, just like the outside, very sleek, very sexy. Definitely a really cool place to be. Now to start this car, there's that button right on the steering wheel. Now let's go see what this thing can do on the racetrack. The Ferrari 458 is my absolute favorite car that we have here in the Exotics Racing fleet. It's my favorite because everything it does is so responsive, so perfect, so immediate, that it's just unlike any other car that I've ever driven on a racetrack. The shifts, Ferrari claims that these shifts are, the time in between the shifts is non-existent, it's 0. So there is immediate and crisp shifting in this car, and I definitely believe them when they claim that. The noise this thing makes as it screams up to 9,000 RPMs is one of my favorite sounds in the entire world. And Ferrari, they have a place right in my heart for all the way that their engines sound. Those V8s, those smaller V8s, high revving, there's just nothing like it. It's simply amazing. Now, the steering on this car is the most sensitive steering that we have in the Exotics Racing fleet. Full turn or full lock to full lock is simply 2 turns of the wheel, 2 full revolutions. That's less than any car. Now, as you can hear, we're about to rev this thing up to its red line, 9,000 RPMs. I'm gonna shut my mouth while I'm doing it so you can hear this amazing noise that it's about to make. Ready for it? Oh, that immediate shift. On the brakes, this car is very stable, just like the 430 was. Stays flat under braking. These big brakes that they have on this thing just slows this car down immediately. Lets you really dive deep into the brake zones. But like any other mid-engine car, you want to kind of trail the brakes in, keep the front end pushed into the ground to help the car steer down towards the apex. That gets you pointed at your exit where you can get back on that throttle and make that beautiful noise once more. Now this car, once again, this is my favorite car that we have in the Exotics Racing fleet. Come out, try it, you will not be disappointed. This is most people's absolute favorite cars. It just does not get better than the Ferrari 458 Italia. So good. right, there you have it. The Ferrari 458 Italia, my personal favorite. This car is going to cost you around $300,000 to purchase one brand new, but you can come out here to Exotics Racing and drive 5 laps around a racetrack in this car for just $399. Each additional lap after that, if you want to add more, just 70 bucks. It's definitely the thrill ride of a lifetime, once in a lifetime experience. Check this off of your bucket list.